Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing: single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in The Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we get an update on Demetrius Cain's distillery now that he has it open to the public. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Agley, along with our special guests, Luke Otero, Demetrius Cain, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Hello. So, yes, we're going to be talking to Demetrius today, find out what he's got going on. Seems like some pretty exciting stuff, but we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Tim said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, Tim?
So I've been trying to catch up on all these shows that have been out there and movie lines and this, that, and the other. I was watching the show Billions, and a line caught me and hit me. I'm like, oh, damn, that's good. I'm using that now. Have you had any movie lines or show lines written that kind of hit you differently recently that said, yeah, that makes a lot of sense? Or famous line that's kind of you brought into your own little personal development?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Movie lines. I'd say Demetrius is going to be terrible for this one. He's doesn't watch movies. Okay.
Doesn't watch movies.
We'll pass him. He doesn't know movies.
Only has internet at one place.
What is this? Movies of which you speak? What is a movie?
What is
these motion pictures that you're talking of?
So here's the thing. I really do love movies, and I love quotes, but put on the spot like this, I have
it's tough.
Nothing rattling around in my brain like it usually is.
Well, let me. Well, I'll just start it off. So I was watching Billions. I'm trying to catch up on Billions, and it's in my industry. I love the show. I love the actors. And there was a line from one of them said, everybody appreciates a pat on the back, but they remember when they got kicked in the ass. And I'm like, that one hit me. I was like, damn, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wow. That one, that just kind of hit me as like, wow, that's a little more of an inspirational thing that, you know what, that's really true. And I appreciated the writers on that one. So that one really got me. Other than the other one before that was Say Hello to My Little Friend. I like that one.
That one goes back a while. Yeah.
So one that has stuck with me most of my life, in the very first Overboard, remember that movie with Goldie Hawn and Patrick Swayze? She's talking to her mom on the phone, and she says, baby, when you have a baby, you're no longer the baby. And I was like, yep, never fucking doing that. I will be the baby forever.
There you go.
No work to live by.
She made that her mantra at this point. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Luke, you got anything? Movie lines?
I've been rewatching The Sopranos lately, and
yes,
there's so many. But so one of my friends, he's a big Soprano guy like me, and when somebody dies, we both look at each other and say another toothpick. Remember Junior Soprano?
Yeah.
And Janice were going out of the funeral, and Janice says, well, another toothpick. How can you be so morbid? And then the other one is that, and it's the same, I think probably the same episode. Junior Soprano's looking at the coffin, and the person in it says, doesn't anyone collect these prayer cards anymore. They collect baseball cards, but they don't collect.
Junior Soprano had all kinds of good lines. That guy was
spectacular.
It's not a movie or film, Tim, but it's a series.
No, but that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Billions is a series, and just some of the writing has just really been spot on.
Yeah, good TV. I was a big Mad Men fan, and I rewatched it so many times. Don Draper had some good ones, like "You won't believe how much this never happened," or "If you don't like the conversation, or if you don't like what's being said, change the conversation." Like he was really just in control of things. Yeah. Like you can't handle a situation, just change it. Just change it, or it didn't happen. Good Don Draper advice.
Don Draper advice, yeah. I can't come up with anything on the spot. I don't know. And Demetrius, we're giving you a pass here, right? You don't have a movie line that you use, right?
No, I've got one that I remember.
Okay.
It's the only one that I remember.
Okay.
It would be I'll Be a Huckleberry.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tombstone.
Oh yeah.
Now we're talking about it.
Yeah.
It's one of like 12 movies I've seen.
Yeah.
Please excuse me if we don't shake hands.
Yeah. I got a line. My favorite line is a whiskey related one. It's a movie coming out called St. Louis Whiskey, and there's a guy in there that says they call me Swordfish. I like that line. That's a good one. Yeah,
it's inspiring.
That's inspiring. So there you go. That's gonna be my contribution to this one. So there you go. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Luke Otero, the great Luke Otero.
All right.
Okay.
I've got our 10-year-old barrel pick.
Okay.
Purple top.
Highly desirable.
Decade of Gratitude is what we named it because it was our 10th year anniversary barrel pick.
Oh, nice. Okay. Something was going on there. It's the lead. It's the lead. Easy Elegance is mine here. ABV barrel shop pick from Art of the Spirits. Luke has the lead. Luke has the lead through two. Let's throw Swide on the set out there.
I'm drinking a bottle of the original Founders series from Nobleton Distilling House Planters whiskey. This is bottle number 27 of Broken Bones is the batch.
Broken Bones batch.
All right, here we go. Oh, God.
Did you break the cork?
No, I didn't break the cork. I twisted it off without trying to pop it. But still nothing.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Nothing.
Luke Otero has the lead. Demetrius Cain is next.
So I have Double Oaked by Art of the Spirits.
Okay.
Good friend Richard out there. So
that was mine.
No.
Same thing. I had the same one, Demetrius.
That was like 1,000 times better than all of my bottles.
Oh,
just roll the cork out.
It was not good. Not good. All right, McNew, how about you? McNew?
Apple and Key.
Okay. I think that's our lead. That's our winner right there.
Oh, depressing.
McNew wins. Cheers. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk to Demetrius about what he's got going on. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. Bumpers are unscripted, so go ahead. All right, he's got the Terminator glasses on for inspiration. Go ahead, here we go.
I'll be back. I'm not doing that, Steve. Come on.
And you're listening to The Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to The Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking with Demetrius Cain about what he has going on at his distillery.
Yes, we are. So, Demetrius, some good things are happening, aren't they?
Yeah. We're having fun and drinking whiskey. And
you're a popular guy these days. Yeah. Yeah. What was the first sign that something like incredible is getting ready to happen?
I don't know. I always get emotional. I think that, I will always, at the end of the day, always throw it back to the most amazing people we have. I think St. Louis is one of the, I think Missouri and St. Louis is one of the greatest bourbon cities, contrary to whatever anybody else might want to say. I think that we have some of the most amazing people ever. And every single day we're just honored and blown away that people actually care. So, yeah, we are humbled every day somebody decides to pull up and drink some whiskey, listen to family stories, and just partake with us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've never seen
Demetrius, how long have you been doing this?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of legally 9 years.
There you go.
Okay.
Legally 9 years. You grew up, a farmer. So, it's not a big secret that a lot of farmers at the end of the season will, utilize some of that grain to make whiskey. You might have been doing that, maybe. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what people allege. So we'll just go with that. We'll keep it that way. But so it's a trade that was in his family, and and it's something that the family knew. So making whiskey for sure.
And Missouri has some, and that's the thing, we're talking about some of the archaic laws that are in different states when we were off of in between shows. But one thing that I always point out, Missouri has some amazing laws for distillers.
Right.
There are so many distillers that, are coming up through the ranks and all this stuff. And I always point that out, we always point back to our, local government and everything is, our local government really has made a point to make some laws that are absolutely phenomenal and supportive of the industry. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And we're definitely thankful for that. So we'll see. What else you guys want to know from Mr. Cain here?
Your tasting room's fairly new. What's it like having like new people come in and getting to interact with people every day? Has it been fun?
It has been a lot of fun. So I typically bartend Friday nights. So we don't normally do official distillery tours on Friday nights, but I think every single Friday we've ended up drinking whiskey from barrels. This was the first week I decided I'm like, I'm hungry on Friday nights, and so I made a farm stew. So we made a bird tinned barbecue stew. Potatoes grown on my farm, beef grown on my farm, beans, everything in the stew was, we did sourdough bread, and we say it's by donation because we are not a restaurant, and we're drinking fantastic whiskey, telling stories, hanging out, drinking, and the reason I was late, kind of coming into the whole mix earlier in the evening, was we had probably 25 people hanging out late, just enjoying what we're doing. And so it's a lot of fun. And like I said, we're incredibly humbled just that people care about what we're doing.
Right.
And so usually it's just telling stories, drinking whiskey, and, tonight. And I think we're going forward with just eating humble farm food, by donation, because at the end of the day, I'll be honest, I don't ever feel worthy to, to really do this. I still feel, we're just honored. I'm honored to be a steward of my family's generations. And
yeah, but I've been to your place. Incredible look to it. Great feel. Kind of a combination of Wild West and industrial kind of merging together, which is kind of cool. You've done the paintings in there, which when you go in there, you don't necessarily know that just as a customer. You'll see a bunch of paintings hanging around and stuff like that. Demetrius does those, which is incredible. Just another thing he does, if he didn't have enough going for him, he's also a bit of an artist, so that's kind of a cool thing. And it's a cool place. The lighting is cool. I don't know, everything about it's neat. The bar, this great big slab of wood, and I don't know, everything's just well thought out, and it's a fun place to go to, and I think you're going to do great there, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And one of the things is we tell everybody is, I'm like, we're learning. I think far too often people kind of approach this industry from they already are masters or they know everything. And, at the end of the day, I'm a head distiller that is a steward of my family's generation, 9 generations of family knowledge. And we always are taking suggestions, we're trying to figure out how to best serve everybody and learning as we go. And we're having a hell of a good time.
Yeah.
I think every single person that comes in, I tell everybody that comes in, I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I learned how to bartend 2 weeks ago. And I've had a few people that are like, this is a very good old fashioned. I've had other people like, I think you messed up the ratio. And I'm like, was it okay? And they're like, it's okay. And I'm like, how about I make you another one? And I've tried them after they said it's okay. And it was definitely on the less okay side of okay, because I usually forget something. But it's a lot of fun. And, and that's what we're in this for. I feel so honored to be able to make alcohol for a living and be able to farm it. And you saw our giant barrel this week that we added to the distillery. We added a 1,492 gallon foeder from Foeder Crafters here in St. Louis. They're some of the best in the world. And it's a giant white oak barrel. And so we're going to be adding the largest old fashioned ever to tour. So when people come in, they can buy it, do all this fun stuff with it. And that's kind of like how we're going at it. We have no idea what we're doing. We're just having fun. And as people come in and give us ideas,
wow,
some of them might be really fun. And I tell everybody, I'm like, that's a great idea. Some of the amazing ideas. not all of them we can execute.
Right.
We're going to try to execute as many as possible, but at the end of the day, I just want a place that people feel comfortable to come in and enjoy whiskey and learn about whiskey, and and it's and I have a lot of people that teach me stuff. We have people that come up and tell me stories or tell me different things, and at the end of the day, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're a guy. I appreciate what you do because you're like me. You're always thinking of different things, and I got something big I'm working on now that we work with you on a little bit. I think here it's something big coming up. So, but having fun doing all the stuff I'm doing. I mean, I just continue to do more and more, and it's like, what's your capacity? I don't know what the capacity is, and I feel like you're the same way. What's your capacity to do things? Well, I just keep doing it and just keep adding to it, and I guess we'll see what till the dam finally breaks or something. In the meantime, if I can keep going what I have going, why not add something else? And I just keep adding more stuff, and I feel like you're doing the same thing. You're always come up with ideas and doing different things, so it's cool, man. It's cool.
Well, at the end of the day, I just really want people to find, understand that it's like, I want to have fun. I want to make amazing whiskey. I want to have fun, and I want to invite as many people as want to join us along for the ride, because at someday, it's like someday it's like I will be tired. Right now.
Yeah. That's you and I have the exact same attitude. That's what I feel too. And I'm further down that road than you are, but I feel like, I have access to do incredible things, because I know people and things like that. And yours is from a different perspective. You're making things and doing all those kind of things, but I feel like I can do these things by myself, which would be kind of cool, but it's even better when you can do it with friends. And that's when I try to engage all these things I'm doing. I'm bringing people in, and it's people that I like. It's my friends, and I get to experience these things with them. And, I think that's the way cooler thing. And that's what you're doing too. You're bringing people along with all the stuff you're doing. And it's pretty awesome, brother.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. And that's one thing that I think that's been we never thought we would open a tasting room.
Right.
And to this day, I walk in every day and I sit here and I go, the fact that I have a 30-foot black walnut slab bar that I get to pour drinks at. It's hilarious to me. I don't know why we've got this opportunity.
Right.
Well, you got it because you dreamt it, you visualized it, and you just kept on doing what you had to do to make it happen. When those dreams come to reality and you keep on adding those base hits up, they start adding up, and you all of a sudden you're like, huh, and people like it. That's even the icing on the cake. It's like,
I would completely agree, but I also think, to add to that, Tim, is, I sat there and I tell every single person that walks through the door that I said, I'm not here because I did something great. I'm here because somebody one day, a group of people started buying our stuff, and they kept buying, and they kept supporting, and they kept, telling people about it. And the word of mouth just kept building. And so it's like when people come in, they're like, I didn't think you would actually bartend. And I'm like, who else is going to bartend for my bar on Friday night? It's only 4 hours.
Right.
We're only open for a few hours. It's like, who else did you think was going to be here? And they're like, well, I didn't think you would actually be here. And I was like,
and also how your restaurant starts, because somebody's going to be like, I had the best country stew there ever, and word of mouth is going to spread, and now you're going to have to start a damn restaurant. So,
no, you're not doing restaurant. It will be
then packaged foods, and then it's the whole thing.
No, I will stop that line.
TV dinners are going to make a comeback. It's going to be Demetrius's TV dinners. Yeah,
so it will be. I will nip that in the bud now. We will forever serve stew and farm cooking for tips, because I want people to sit down with me and just enjoy being family, feeling like family. And that's what I grew up on a massive ranch in Northern Oregon where it's like every single night I didn't know who I was sitting down with. My grandmother cooked stew for anybody that took a wrong turn about 400 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that. And, that's kind of like the way that we make whiskey too. It's like, the amount of whiskey we pour that is not paid for. And for years we've done it that way. It's just like, I want people to sit down and be like, this is what American whiskey should be. This is what American whiskey can be. And it's the same reason we make, I was like, well, I need to eat. Might as well make some stew that I can share with all my friends. And whoever walks through the front door is family and friends to me.
Yeah.
So we won't make TV dinners. I can't figure out how to freeze the dang stuff. So
he's trying.
Serving it by the bowl.
Yeah.
You're in Planters Pork and Beans in the frozen section at your local.
There you go. Planters Pork and Beans. Yeah. Get some of that Schnucks money.
They'll probably just say decent soup. Okay, whiskey, decent soup.
Yeah, fair enough. There you go. And also owner of the second best beer in St. Louis. There you go. So not bad. You got a good thing
going.
I'll
give you the first every time, Steve. You've got that one. I'll give you your medal.
I appreciate that. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Tim, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube, our flagship whiskey, as well as on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right. Next up is Luke.
Yeah, you can find us at Santa Fe Boutique Wines on Instagram, and you can find me on LinkedIn.
All right, Demetrius.
You can find me at Nobleton's on Instagram and Facebook, or at Instagram as Demetrius Cain on Instagram and Facebook.
Or at Nobleton's on Friday nights, apparently. You want to see the real deal? There he is.
You can eat soup and drink whiskey.
Eat soup, drink whiskey.
For donations for the soup.
There you go.
Yes.
Bring tips, yeah. All right, McNew, how about you? Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, from me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. That's when you got to check out everything that we do is out there. We put all of our previous shows or blogs, movie information, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. How about that? A whole store filled with whiskey, barrel picks, one-of-a-kinds, unicorns, if you will, and you can taste all of them. Pretty darn cool. That is Whiskey Nirvana. That's what we got going on. Check us out online at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Fartance will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See you, everyone.
Happy birthday, Lucas.
Peace and happy birthday, Lucas.
Happy birthday, Lucas.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.